I almost missed it. Did I miss it? I almost missed it. Did I miss the start? Right on. I passed out. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Esports Simulation League. I am Mr. Technicality here to join you tonight. And this evening we are doing 150 laps at Martinsville. We are now 13 laps completed. Rocco Stallone in that number 44 machine currently heading the field. Casper Hagelscar putting on some chase in the number 18 machine in second place. Your current second place position in the points right now in that number 18 machine. So he's looking to have a great run up front all day long. Third place, we've got that number 69, none other than Earl Andretti. Andretti putting on a great show for him as well, running in P3 with Basher Craven looking to his inside. Basher Craven running fourth, looking to bring that number 7 machine into the top 3. Number 91, Jamie Dobbs running in 5th in that bright colored machine. Good to see him running in up front. Running right behind him is that number 15 machine, Dustin Slater. Slater having a good run for himself as well in that Barber Ford machine. Taking a look at Rusty Camoli in that number 64 machine, running just inside the top 10 in 8th place. Right behind him, we've got Austin Knight in the 210, your current points leader, and running in 9th place. He's got a few positions back to Casper Hagelscar there, but we'll be looking to see how these two interact in the laps to come. Rounding out your top 10 is that number 92 machine, Bobby Leo Moxon. Laps now complete here. Rocco Stallone putting on a clinic, pulling away a little bit. He's now got a 1.2 second lead over Casper Hagelscar there in second place. Casper Hagelscar now's got that number 7 machine, Basher Craven, on his tail. Basher looking to move up into the second position. And that 18 car needs as many positions as he can get right now with that points battle going on. Andretti now gets by Craven as that number 7 machine falls backwards a little bit. Earl Andretti's going to take advantage, move up to P3. Some good battles going on here around the top 10. Rusty Camoli moving his way up into 7th position. Or make that 6th position now. On the move past Jamie Dobbs. That 91 machine. Looking to make a move on 5th place, Dustin Slider. Aiden Davis also working his way up through the field, just inside that top 10. He makes a move to the inside of Jamie Dobbs. Here comes Austin Knight, working his way up the top 10. Jamie Dobbs now down. Moved that 210 car up to 8th place. Now he's going to go to work on Aiden Davis. There he is, looking down to the inside of Camoli. That number 210 machine working his way up the field on a move towards the front. Rocco Stallone's now got almost a 2.5 second lead out front of Earl Andretti. Running this one out. Currently on lap number 30. As he comes across the stripe to complete that lap. 30 laps complete, 120 more to go. And Stallone has got himself a nice gap. So we look a little bit further in the field. We've got our eyes on Gunny there in that number 68 machine. Gunny is 3rd place in the points. Currently running 24th. We've seen many times this year that 68 machine start in the back of the pack. And by the end of the race, he is up front racing for position. So we'll have to see how he does this evening. He's up 10 spots already from his starting spot. So that's 68 on the move. Oh, and Madavi goes way high in turns 1 and 2. Side by side in the back of the pack, that's going to allow Rocco Stallone to catch up to this pack. We are expecting to see some lap traffic here today, but Earl Andretti has brought down Rocco Stallone's lead to just over a second. So that number 69 machine chasing down the 44. Casper Hagelscar still trying to stay caught up, but it's that 69 car that's on the move. Earl Andretti in 2nd place. We'll have to see what happens here, as he is catching Stallone fairly quickly. Earl Andretti now the lead's down to half a second between the 44 and the 69. Definitely making gains on the number 44 machine, as they are now nose to tail as we complete lap number 37. A look back, Austin Knights moved his way up to 5th position in that number 210 machine, just past Aiden Davis. Now, making his way up to Dustin Slater, now only 2 positions between Casper Hagelscar and Austin Knight. Hagelscar is losing them points on that 210. Every position that he loses and Knight gains is another point, keeping that gap separated between the two. Casper Hagelscar really needs to see a bad run from that number 210 machine for a race or two here to get back caught up. Gunny is working his way up. He's now currently 21st position, 13 spots up. He's your biggest mover so far in this race, as it looks like they almost take it 3 wide with Javier Vasquez and Dylan Herviton. Thinks better of it getting caught up behind the cars. Take a look at Dougie Zoom, that Twinkie powered machine, working his way up. He's currently running 17th. One of the better runs for that machine in this season. Good to see him running up towards the middle of the field. He's got Schumacher right in front of him in that 127 machine. Rusty Camoli down on pit road for some sort of reason. Not sure exactly why he would be on pit road at this moment, but it seems a little early for pit stops. 45 laps in. I don't see any damage on the car. Not sure exactly what happened there. A battle up front. Earl Andretti on the back of Rocco Stallone. Stallone not giving up that lead, but look at what we've got in front of our leaders. Lap traffic coming up ahead. Lap traffic is going to be a big factor in the race today. Whoever's able to work through that lap traffic the fastest is going to be coming out on top. Almost a third of the way through the race here. Rocco Stallone in first. Earl Andretti right on his tail. Running a little bit higher line through the turns in that number 69 machine. And the lap traffic in front of them is battling side by side, so that ought to make it very interesting for these two. Casper Hagelscar on pit road now in that number 18 machine. Are we really going to be seeing the entire field come and take pit stops here on lap number 48? That seems kind of a little bit early to me, but we will see. That'll move Austin Knight up to 4th place. Dustin Slider and that Barber Ford number 15 machine running 3rd. He's got Austin Knight all over his bumper. Down to the inside. That 210's going to look down in turn number 1. Coming out of 2. Give that spot to Austin Knight. Slider battling on the outside, not letting him have it that easy. Gonna be coming out of 3. He's gonna clear. Austin Knight moves his way up to 3rd place. Slider battling back on the outside. Going way wide. And there's Casper Hagelsgaard, 1 lap down, looking to work his way up past the leaders and get that lap back. He is currently your lucky dog spot if we have a caution. Rusty Camoli also made a pit stop. Frank Wade made a pit stop. Rich Pratchard, Dougie Zoom, Wilhelm Layton all made pit stops already. And as you see, our leaders have caught the lap traffic, and now it's just going to be a dance to get by them all. Brian Delp Jr. looking to be the first car falling into the clutches of Rocco Stallone in that number 44 machine. It could be the number 65 of Youngling, though, as they're battling hard side by side. Is the leader going to go to the outside or going to go to the inside? We'll have to see. But this is going to let Andretti catch up. Will Andretti use this chance to get by Stallone? Good battle going on. Casper Hagelsgaard's got caught back up. He's going to try to get his lap back. He gets around Andretti. He is on the move. We'll have to see if that pays off for the number 18 machine later in this race. And there it is, your first on-track loss. The number 8, Brian Delp Jr. goes a lap down to the number 44, Rocco Stallone, who's now got a couple lap cars in between him and Earl Andretti. Ought to make it interesting with that 18 fresher tires, trying to get around your leader, holding down that inside line. And as we say that, we are taking a look at Gunny in that number 68 machine. Under pressure, almost going a lap down from that number 44 machine. He's fallen back to 26th position now. Getting just on the tail end of the lead lap. Stallone very, very fast this afternoon. Kamoli looking to take that spot away with them fresher tires. Harrington in that number 82 also looking to go a lap down here. As Gunny is starting to get passed by Stallone, put him one lap down. Dan Harrington, the next target on that 44's list. And it is going to be a long day of working his way through traffic. While we got this, we'll take you through the field for a minute. As we talked about leading that number 44 machine, Rocco Stallone, putting on a clinic, having a great performance for himself. Running in second, that number 69 machine, Earl Andretti. He's had a fast car all day long. He's been working his way up. He caught up to the number 44 and then caught lap traffic and has not been able to make the pass. He's going to stay right on his tail. Running in third, your points leader, the number 210 machine, Austin Knight. Made his way up 12 positions from 15th up to third, so having a great run for that number 210 machine. Running in fourth is that number 3 of Aiden Davis, up 5 positions from his original starting spot of 9th place, currently running 4th in the top 5. The number 15, Dustin Slider in that Barbara Ford BK Paints machine, having a great performance in that Ford Mustang, and I know that he's loving seeing that car out front. Coming in 6th place, your 5th place contender for the points, that is Basher Craven in that number 7 machine, having a great run for himself as well in the top, just out of the top 5 in that number 7 machine. Running in 7th is that number 92 machine of Bobby Leo Moxon in that PS5 powered Chevrolet. Seen him up front a few times. Hasn't gotten himself a win quite yet, but don't count him out. He's currently running 7th position. In 8th, Rhett Sawyer in that number 32 machine, having a great run as well. In 9th, Jamie Dobbs in that number 91 powered Chevrolet. And just rounding out the top 10 is that 127 of Russell Shoemaker. David Dunwoody, haven't talked about him in a while. He's running 11th in that number 28 machine. He's got a win this year. Looking to make it 2, just outside the top 10. Antoine Bernoldi is running 12th. Patrick Manning is 13th. Javier Vasquez is 15th. Ben Shelton is 16th. And Ben Shelton working his way up. He fell out of the top 10 in the standings over the last race, but definitely looking to pop back into the top 10 in that number 21 machine as he breaks the top 15, getting past Patrick Manning in that number 9 car. Back up front, your leaders still working their way through lap traffic. It's Doug Britton going a lap down in that number 40 machine. Earl Andretti is working through this lap traffic just with that 44 right on his tail. We'll have to see what happens here as we come across the stripe to start lap number 75. Going to be halfway next time by here at the Esports Simulation League at Martinsville. So as they come out of turn number 4, the cross flags are in the air. The number 69 takes the lead. Earl Andretti will give you a moment to go ahead and crank it up. So Earl Andretti finally made his way past that number 44 machine. And now he is working his way up. "25 drivers now on the lead lap, with Doug Britton going a lap down there. Your fastest mover so far in this race is all the way down in 17th. The number 22 of Dylan Herbiton, making moves today. Currently running 17th, right behind Ben Shelton and Berto De Moya, having a nice little race there. But that number 22 machine up 14 spots from his original position. So currently your fast mover. Even being that way, he is looking to go into the clutches of this man, Earl Andretti, gapping now over 2 seconds over Rocco Stallone, 4 seconds over your points leader, Austin Knight, in third. So having a great run, putting some distance out, putting some cars in between them. The 69 is having a great performance today. Earl Andretti riding on board on the bumper cam of his car as he's driving behind that number 99 machine of Wilhelm Layton. Looking to the inside of him, coming out of turn number 4. He's going to put that 99 machine a lap down. Dan Harrington, the next car in his sights. As you see, the rubber's starting to lay down on the track. It's definitely starting to get a little grippier. Definitely starting to wear on these tires as we are 87 laps completed here at Martinsville. Earl Andretti in the lead by 2.5 seconds. That Rocco Stallone running second and Austin Knight running third. After his pit stop, Casper Hagelskar's got his wave worked back up to 11th position. I'm not sure if that was a called for pit stop or not, but he is currently running 11th, and we'll have to see if he needs another pit stop or not to make this one. Currently 23 cars now on the lead lap. The rookie number 13, Liam Boss, the next car to go a lap down. Having a decent run for his first time here, running 23rd position. Aiden Davis making moves in that number 3 machine. He's knocked off Austin Knight for third, but Austin Knight pulls back in front of Davis off screen. There you see Basher Craven running 5th place in that number 7 machine, trying to gain some points on your points leader. That number 210 machine is just so consistent up front almost every single race, finishing in the top 5 95% of the time. It is pretty crazy to see that 210 car up front as much as he is, but that just goes to show how much talent is in that driver of that number 210 machine. Earl Andretti still out front with a 3-second lead over Rocco Stallone, who led most of this race up until that number 69 took it over, and now he is putting some distance in between the two, putting some lap cars in between them as well. Dylan Herberton, your fast mover, has made his way up to now 15th position. So he's doing a great job in that number 22 machine as well. As you see Liam Boss go a lap down. Riding on board with Earl Andretti. See how he takes this half-mile racetrack. Well, while we got a moment, we will take you through the field. Erlen Andretti currently leading. Rocco Stallone in second. 3.5 seconds back. Aiden Davis currently running third in that number 3 machine, with Austin Knight in that number 210 running fourth. Dustin Slider in that Barber Ford Mustang number 15 running in the top 5, having a great run for himself, looking to take over 4th place from Austin Knight. Running in 6th, the number 7 car, that's Basher Craven. Bobby Leo Moxon running 7th. In 8th, we have Russell Shoemaker. In 9th, Casper Hagelscar has worked his way all the way back up to 9th place after his early pit stop, and is currently just now broken inside the top 10. In 10th place, at number 32 machine, that's Rhett Sawyer with that number 1 of Antoine Bernoulli right behind him in 11th. Dylan Herviton, your fast mover, is now up to 12th position in that number 22 machine, working his way up the field as he looks to the inside of Antoine Bernoulli in that number 1. He's now up 19 positions with Bernoulli. That's going to be 20 spots from his starting spot. So that 22 is moving towards the front, and we're looking to see where he will finish out in that number 22 machine. Running in 13th is that number 28 of David Dunwoody. Running in 14th is Javier Vasquez in that number 17 machine. 15th is Rusty Camoli in that number 64 car. Jamie Dobbs running 16th. Patrick Manning in 17th. Ben Shelton in 18th. Berto De Moya in 19th. And Big Dog James in that number 27 machine, rounding out your top 20. As we are less than 50 laps to go here. Less than 40 laps to go now. Earl Andretti still out front, putting Eagle Madavi a lap down now. And the next car in his sights is that Twinkie powered Chevrolet, or powered Ford, sorry about that. That's Dougie Zoom, looking to fall in the clutches of that number 69. See that number 87, Buzzman, doing everything he can to not go a lap down, and the only thing you can do is to pass the cars in front of you and let that the leader deal with them guys. So we'll see how he does there as he's looking to the outside of Dougie Zoom. This is a battle for 21st position. And there goes the 87 lap down, and 69's to the inside of Dougie Zoom, making quick work of this lap traffic here in the closing stages of this race. Now putting Pratchard's lap down. That's going to be his second lap down in that number 86 machine. Just over 30 laps to go now, folks, and we have still yet to see most of our field take pit stops. The furthest car up who's taken a pit stop is that number 18 machine of Casper Hagelscar, running in 9th. So if these leaders do come take a pit stop, that could put the 18 machine at the top of the board if he can make it to the end. Was where he pitted at. But we have got 31 more laps to go now, and it is going to start heating up. Earl Andretti currently 3.6 seconds out ahead of Rocco Stallone. Rocco Stallone ahead of Aiden Davis, Austin Knight, and Dustin Slider, running out your top 5. As you see Rocco Stallone get around Doug Britton, having a little bit of a struggle making his way through the lap traffic. Earl Andretti is making his way a lot faster, over 3 seconds the gap between the two. The big question that's on all of our minds, when are these guys going to pit? As they come out of turn number 2, you see Earl Andretti there. Made his way past Dougie Zoom, now going to work on Big Dog No, it's Jamie Dobbs in that number 91 machine. Looking to fall in the clutches next. As we make our way through turns 3 and 4, we have 25 more laps to go here at Martinsville. Anything could happen in these last 25 laps. We could get pit stops, we could get cautions, we could get some totally random person taking the lead. We have absolutely no clue, but we're glad to bring it to you here at the Esports Simulation League. Earl Andretti, class of the field this afternoon. He is putting on a clinic and working his way through this lap traffic like no other. And as we see, there's some pit stops happening. Schumacher is on the field, on the pit road in that 127 machine. Have to see if some of these guys start coming down the pit road. Less than 25 laps to go. Make that 23 though. Earl Andretti's still out front. Rocco Stallone is catching up. 1.2 seconds. Now the gap between 1 and 2. 1 second and 2 lap cars separates the leader and Rocco Stallone. Dustin Slater's made his way past Austin Knight for 4th place. So that number 210 machine falling back a little. In danger of falling out of the top 5 with Basher Craven right there behind him in 6th. We know that 7 is itching for some points, so we'll see how aggressive he gets towards Austin Knight as we come down to 20 laps to go. Will these guys need to make a pit stop? Or can they make it all the way on nothing? You see Frank Wade there just out of the picture. Your 4th place driver in the hunt. Currently a lap down, running 28th position. Not the greatest run for that number 5 machine this afternoon. And Dustin Slater pulls his number Barber Short machine down pit road. He was running 3rd place. So are we going to see pit stops in the last 20 laps? I have to imagine we're going to see some. There's your leader, Earl Andretti, pulls down out of the pit road. Will this be Casper Hagelskar's lucky day with his early pit stop? I'm not exactly sure how many laps in he took it, but they are just over 15 laps to go. And we are making green flag pit stops. Aiden Davis now moves to the point in that number 3 machine. He's going to be your leader. Austin Knight in 2nd. Earl Andretti going to be falling down the field. We'll see where he ends up coming out. Currently, your leader is at number 3 of Aiden Davis. Kasper Hagelscar has moved his way up to 4th position in that number 18 machine as we see more cars going down pit road. 15 laps to go here for Aiden Davis in that number 3 machine. Can he hold it up front? More cars coming down the pit road. The 57, the 68, both taking green flag pit stops. And there goes Aiden Davis onto the pit road. Does Austin Knight follow him? No, he does not. He stays on the racetrack. New leader, number 210, Austin Knight, with 13 laps to go. Andretti now being shown 15th position after that. We'll have to see how we cycle through these pit stops. Kasper Hagelscar now up to 3rd. Right behind your points leader, Austin Knight. Bobby Leo Moxon's got his car into the mix there. Running 2nd place. And all these guys are looking to get their laps back from your leader. And as we go through 3 and 4, coming out of turn 4, 10 more laps to go here at Martinsville. Austin Knight, currently your leader. Kasper Hagelscar in 2nd. Bobby Leo Moxon running 3rd. David Dunwoody 4th. And Rusty Camoli rounding out the top 5. Camoli was another one of the drivers that took an early pit stop. And then we have Dylan Hermiton running 6th, up 25 positions. Your fast mover of the night is that number 22 machine. Now, if this 210 needs to make a pit stop, that will end his top 5 streak that he's got going. And that will open up the door for Kasper Hagelscar to come and take a win away and gain a little bit on the points. Currently running 2nd. And Austin Knight goes into the pits. Kasper Hagelscar, the number 18, is going to assume the lead. Seven more laps to go for the number 18 machine. He's already got a pit stop. Will he need one more in the last 15 laps? We will have to see. Bobby Leo Moxon goes in. David Dunwoody goes in. And I think we might have a new winner. 6 more laps to go. Kasper Hagelscar way out front of Earl Andretti now. Earl Andretti is going to be the next car to take it from him. And there you see the gap between the two. 5 more laps to go for the Esports Simulation League. And what a race it's been. Earl Andretti, the class of the field, now 3.5 seconds behind Kasper Hagelscar. With a lot fresher tires. Can he catch back up to that 18 machine? We will have to keep an eye on those two with only 3 more laps to go. Sorry, 4 more laps to go. We'll have to keep an eye on and see if the 69 is gaining on the 18 machine. Currently 3 seconds behind. And definitely gaining on that number 18 machine. About a second a lap. As we come out of turn number 4, popsicle sticks in the air. 2 more laps to go. Casper Hagelscar leads. Erlen Dreddy coming up very fast behind him. Can that 18 hold on for one more lap and become your 8th different winner in the Esports Simulation League? Coming into turn 4, white flags in the air. One more lap to go. Casper Hagelscar leads. Erlen Dreddy in second. You know that 69 really wants that win. As he looks down to the inside of the number 18, he's not going to do it coming out of turn number 2. Looking down to the inside, going into turn number 3. Last set of corners. Erlen Dreddy looks to the inside. He gets past the 18, coming out of turn number 4. Your week number 8 winner in Martinsville, Erlen Dreddy. Casper Hagelscar coming in a close second. Rago Stallone third. Rusty Kamoli fourth. Dougie Zoom brings his number 33 machine in for a 5th place finish. Russell Shoemaker in 6th. Bastard Craven in 7th. Rhett Sawyer in 8th. Dustin Slater in 9th. And round out your top 10, the number 3 of Aiden Davis. What a race, folks. What a finish. Your winner, the number 69, Earl Andretti. For everybody here at the Esports Simulation League, thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll catch you next week.